What is it? Why might you need one? And where do you get it? Those answers and more coming up. Stay tuned. Kubota does not include these things in all their BX tractors. This is aftermarket. I bought this. This is not even supposed to be a fuel filter. This actually is a cold brew coffee filter for a mason jar, which happens to fit absolutely perfectly in the fuel neck of your BX tractor. Put the lid on and you don't even know it's there. It really keeps contaminants out of your fuel. And that's what you want. You want to run some clean fuel in your tractor. So we're going to take a closer look inside that thing, and I'm going to show you all of the impurities that it has filtered just from that cold brew coffee filter. This past winter in Minnesota, we've had one of the snowiest winters we've ever had, and I cleared a lot of snow, and I probably burned almost 100 gallons of fuel doing so. Every gallon of fuel went through this cold brew coffee filter. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look right down the middle of that, but we're going to use my phone because I think it does a little bit better job of getting you a better picture. And we're going to take a look. We're going to use my favorite through night flashlight to kind of light things up a little bit. We're going to take a look. So let's see what's going on down here. All right, there we go, guys. We're well focused in. You can see some of the impurities that the fuel, or that this cold brew coffee filter was able to stop going into the fuel system. And I am pretty happy with that because I think this is some pretty cheap insurance to make sure that you're having some clean fuel. Now, the Kubota BX, if you don't know, has two fuel filters. It has one that is terribly placed right underneath the tractor, and it's hard to get to. And if you ever have that gel up on you in the wintertime, make sure that it's not a 20 below day, a wind chill blizzard and all of that. It's not fun. I can attest to that. And then there's another fuel filter that's closer to the motor that's very easy to change. But the one that always clogs up first, of course, is the first one that the fuel goes through, and that would be the one that's hard to get to. So you might want to invest in one of these because you know that if you ever have a clogged fuel line, it is going to be at the most inopportune time. It's going to be on a Saturday or a Sunday. Your dealership's not open. You're not going to be able to go get another fuel filter. You're going to be in the middle of the woods. It's just going to be the worst thing. So this is really cheap insurance, I think. It's really cheap insurance. And it just so happens that my friend Neil Messick, who is a owner of a really large Kubota dealership out east, actually believes this is a pretty good idea too. So don't just take my word for it. Listen to Neil as well.
Now, while this is a filter for coffee grounds, don't think of this as a fuel filter. It's not a substitute for that. Where this does have value is preventing debris and stuff from ending up in your fuel tank. Taking care of debris in fuel tanks is an extremely common thing that our shop is going to get involved with. That debris ends up in the bottom of your fuel tank. It never goes away. It can't make it through the fuel lines. It can plug up the fuel that's going through the fuel lines and cause intermittent power problems with your machine or starting issues. But something like this in the neck of your fuel tank can catch that kind of stuff before it makes it down into the tank itself.
All right, now we're going to do a little bit of an experiment. In this jar, I got a little bit of dirt, right? A little bit of sand, a little bit of stuff. It's just junk, right? And I got a couple mason jars. And I got some diesel fuel. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a little bit of diesel fuel in this mason jar right here. Oh, that looks delicious, doesn't it? Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so we've got our diesel fuel. And we're going to add all of this junk right into it, okay? Look at that, guys. Oh, it looks good, doesn't it? All right. Now, we've got this clean mason jar, and we've got our cold brew coffee filter. We're going to dump that right in there, and we are going to dump this whole jar right in there. All of that dirt and grime. There we go. Oh man, look at it all. Look at it all in there. You see that? It's nasty. I can't tip it too much. There we go. Woo. Okay, Let's pull this cold brew coffee filter out of there. Let that sit. Here we go. Oh boy. Wow. Look at that. Pretty clean. Pretty clean. Right, guys? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. This is clean enough to drink. Awesome. Just awesome. I think you guys should get one of these. I really do. Look at all the dirt. Look at all that dirt down there it caught, right? My goodness. It was awesome. All right, had to go in the house and run this under some hot soap and water and get that nice and clean again. It looks pretty good. It's good enough to go back in the tractor. There's going to be a link in the description for this, so check that out. I'd really appreciate it if you'd use that link because I get like a 2% commission off of that. It doesn't cost you a dime more, but I would appreciate it. It does help the channel and keeps me motivated, you guys, so I'd appreciate it if you did that. Look, it just drops right in there. Fits like a glove. It's like it's made for it. Okay? Now, I really appreciate you guys watching. I really do. If you haven't subscribed yet, it would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give it a like. And until next time, everybody, keep on tractoring, and God bless.
So that's a little bit on the John Ritter fuel filter special. I think it's a really cool idea. It's gonna go in the fuel neck of my equipment. I can tell you that for sure.
Whew, that's smooth. Kind of tastes like Mountain Dew.